Good morning, everyone. My name's Abby Kelly. I'm the new business manager at M&Y. I just thought it would be useful to put together a little video for the suppliers and subcontractors that's trying to complete a submission for our materials or subcontractor DPS, just to go through the proactive system for those that have never used this before or may never have done a DPS. So I'm just going to go through from logging into the portal and then through each different subsection within the DPS. So the link access to the M&Y dynamic purchasing system will take you to this page. So as you'll already know, if you've got Proactis, you just need to put your username and password in here, which is usually your email and a password that you've created yourself. If you're new to Proactis, you don't need to worry. Just use the option on the right, don't have an account and register. The only details that you'll need is an email address and a password and some basic company information. So no one will have any problems in signing up to the system. So once you're logged in, this will be the screen that comes up. So as you can see, it's not just useful for this M&Y dynamic purchasing system, because once you're logged in, you can get visibility to loads of different opportunities on here as well. So if you have got the code to hand, the specific reference for the subcontractor or supplier DPS, you can input that and it will bring it up. If not, you can click through the M&Y, through the opportunity section, sorry, and then you can simply search by M&Y and that will bring up the two dynamic purchasing systems that we've currently got out to tender at the moment. So as you can see here, we've got the materials and the subcontractor one. The way that it looks once you're in the opportunity looks exactly the same, no matter which one you're in. So I'm just going to go through the materials one today, but the subcontractor one is exactly the same. So once you've clicked the arrow to show you the opportunity, it will bring up an option to go to response. Okay, so once you've clicked in, you'll see that you're logged into our dynamic purchasing system. So you'll be able to view everything that you need to do your submission. So I'm just going to go through each section at the top and what each one's for and where you can find everything that you'll need to do your submission. So when you log in, this automatically pops up the About You text box. This is just if you want to provide any additional information along with your tender, but it's not mandatory. So you can just hide that for the time being. You'll see the very top option, request documents, and the little brackets, little 13 next to there. So that'll tell you how many documents is in here. So if you open up all the documents that you either need to review or physically complete and sign as part of your DPS submission is in here. So you can see on the right hand side there's a download option. So to view any of the documents, please just click the download and it will pop up for you. If you find it easier, you can download all the documents and save them in a separate folder so that you can then view them outside of the DPS as well. So that's that section. The request overview just gives you a brief description of the DPS opportunity. So there's a brief description of it there, but there's more detailed guidance within the documents that you have access to as well. So just to briefly go through the documents that are part of the DPS application. Got your financial assessment form. So that's just information for us to see the financial assessment of your business. We've got the DPS procedures and contract award process. So this will just go through the actual process to be appointed onto the DPS and the processes for contract awards once you are allocated for any mini competitions that you do enter. The data sharing agreement and the data protection policy. So this is all about our GDPR policies and procedures. And the data sharing agreement is just to show your commitment to us that you will comply with these and to demonstrate how you will comply. We've got some policies there for you to read as well. So as you'll see, we've got a diversity policy. Our health and safety policy is also uploaded. We've got our new supplier, no PO, no pay. So this is just some guidance in terms of what we expect when it comes to invoicing. We've got some frequently asked questions on there, so hopefully there should be some information on there that will be useful to you as well. The terms and conditions that you'll enter if you do enter into a contract from this DPS is there as well. So if you go through the next tab, which is lots, this will bring up all the lots that are available that you can tender for this opportunity. So it automatically, there's only a tick in the lots that you want to tender for, so you can simply untick any that are not relevant to you or tick any that are. So that's all you need to do on that section. Then you'll come to your questions, which is the main section of the DPS. So again, there's different sections on here. Some of these are standard selection questionnaires. Some of them is questions that we've decided to put forward as part of our minimum requirements. So you'll see we've got information on your organisation, information on subcontractors that you use. Your technical and professional ability is some references from previous companies or contracts that you've worked on. We've got our insurances section where you can upload your insurances, and the minimum requirements for each lot is detailed in the guidance documents as well. We've got a data protection section, health and safety section, category specific questions, which is some questions that the M&Y procurement team have put in, and then we've got a section for any additional documents to be uploaded as well. There's also a standalone attachment section. So if there's not a place for you to upload a document in the question, but you feel an attachment may be relevant for us, you can go into the attachment section, select a type of document that you're uploading, and then you can simply press the attach files, or you can drag and drop files in, and that will upload them for you here. So just at the top, some of the buttons that's worth going through. So messages. So as we've said, if you attended the DPS engagement sessions that we ran the last couple of weeks, we did say that there was a Q&A section available on the DPS. So this is this. So any messages that we put through, you'll automatically be notified via email if we do put a message on anyway to prompt you to log in, but you can go back and review any messages in this section. You can also use this button if you want to ask us a question. So put the subject of your question, what your actual question is. If you want to attach any files to support your question, you can do as well. And then you can simply press send, and this will send us your question, which we can then respond to. So if you are having any problems or you'd like support with anything when you are compiling your application, please don't hesitate to use this section to get in contact with us. Then the save draft. So it does automatically save your responses as you're going through, but every now and again, don't forget to save draft, especially before you log out, just to make sure all your changes are saved. And then when you're finally ready to submit to the DPS, simply press this submit button. It will prompt you if any of the sections have been left unresponded to. So you can't submit the DPS without having completed anything, which is quite useful. So I'll just show you to give an example. So because it's not completed, it won't submit for me, and on the questions tab, it will have flagged to me the sections where questions have not been answered as you're going through. So don't worry, it is impossible to forget to complete any of the sections. So that is basically a run through of the DPS, all the different sections where you can find everything. I hope you found the video useful. However, if you do have any questions, please do get in touch by our DPS email. I'll just type it in to the search box now so that you've got access to the email to get in touch if you do need it. Okay, so as I've said, please do get in touch if you do have any questions. If you've got to the stage where you have managed to get into the Proactis portal, obviously you can send any questions that you have through the Q&A section. We will make sure that any questions, whether it be in off the DPS or on the DPS, any questions that we answer, if we feel that response would be useful to everybody else, we will send that response out as a blanket correspondence to make sure everybody's got the same information. But I hope that was useful for you, and thank you for your time.